Hey guys, welcome back to a video that I probably should have done at least 2 weeks ago. This is gonna be how I spent my Patreon money for January 2019. So this one's gonna be kind of the better late than never version, but we're still in February, so I feel like I'm okay in this. As long as we don't slip into the next month, that's when I'd really be getting bad. But I've got my cheat sheet here, and I'm gonna take you through the money that came in, where it went, how I spent it, and most importantly, to some people that are watching this, the Lego sets that I bought with it. Let's get right into the business here, and the first thing that we need to do is welcome our new patron. In a time when I felt like anyone that was gonna join us would have already done so, a new patron joined us in January, and I wanna give a huge welcome to Kyle Christian. Kyle, thank you so much for joining our Patreon. I really appreciate that. Unfortunately, in the same month, I gotta share the good news and the bad news, of course, and there was a little bit of bad news. We had someone that left us. So the financials of this, which I'll be going into next, they kind of all worked themselves out and everything kind of evened out. So if you watched December's, if you still remember that from a month and a half ago probably, everything kind of is the same. We'll get right into the money here with January 2019 earnings. Hopefully you can see on the screen here, feature editing Greg did his job. Get a total of $126 that was pledged to us from all of our patrons. Whether you've been here from the very beginning or you just joined like Kyle, that's what it totaled up to. And after Patreon fees and processing, we received a total of $110.49, which, like I mentioned, was very similar to last month. If you've been following our Patreon for any length of time, you know that I like to donate 15% of that to a charity that you guys helped me choose, and this month was no exception. I donated $16.54 in this case from a recommendation received from Brickitect Steve. With a name like that, I had to pick his charity, and he said this one was near and dear to his heart, so I ended up going with the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation, and that is a cancer research center in Canada. This is my first Canadian donation, so that should make the Canadians that watch the channel pretty happy. Everything else, I believe, has gone to the United States, and I like to do some more international stuff. So I say this in every video, but if you have any recommendations for where I should donate future Patreon earnings to, let me know, and we'll donate 15% next month or whatever that is. After that donation, that left me with $93.95 left to spend, and I spent the majority of it on Lego sets, and I'm going to share that with you right now with the first set that I got, and this is going to get a lot of people excited. At least it got me excited. I got this set right here. This is Lego Movie 2 set 70831. This is Emmett's Dream House / Rescue Rocket. I asked you guys which Lego Movie 2 set that I should get next, and a lot of you guys said that I should get this one, and I showed it to Clark, man. He was totally on board with it. I love this set. It's a 2-in-1. I wasn't going to buy this one before the movie. I was looking at it and I was like, you know, it's okay, but I don't love it. But after seeing the movie, just like I mentioned before multiple times on this channel, once you see the movie and you see the scenes and how it all stacks up, you start to get kind of interested in sets that maybe you weren't interested in before. And this one I think is really cool. This, of course, unfortunately, again, we get Emmett and we get Lucy, but the cool part of this is you also get Rex. I don't have a Rex minifig yet, or minifinger, so I'm excited about that. I am trying to decide which of these two builds that I want to do. I'm thinking I'm going to do the Rescue Rocket. I think that one is probably the cooler of the two, and it actually uses all the pieces, whereas this one, if you look on the very side here, there's all kinds of like extra stuff left. That's the stuff that you use to build this. And I guess that takes me to my only complaint about this set, and that's the fact that these aren't easily convertible. So you can't take this and just kind of flip some things around and make it into this. You got to essentially rebuild the entire thing, and I guess that's more bang for your buck, I suppose. And speaking of bucks, this was $56, which I thought was a really good buy. That's 20% off of its MSRP, and this is a 700-piece set. As you can see, that one kind of took up the majority of my budget, but I did end up getting one more set, and this one is very specifically for Clark, man. Also a 2019 set. Maybe you guys will be interested in. It's this one right here. This is Lego Spider-Man set, no longer Marvel superheroes. Lego Spider-Man 76134, Spider-Man Doc Ock Diamond Heist, 150 pieces. I spent $23.99 on this. A little expensive, but remember, this is a junior set, and I think Clark's gonna love this for some very specific reasons. It's got a plane, it's got a boat, it's got a crane, it's got a hook. I mean, he's gonna love this. And now that he's actually building, this is a perfect opportunity for him to really get into building by himself, because you guys can see in the videos, I try to help him out quite a bit when we're doing the, you know, brickhead sets, which are 10 and up, and a lot of the sets are 6, 7 and up. This is for 4 and up, so I feel like he'll be able to do this. He loves Spider-Man, he loves all of the things that are in this set. So this was a buy specifically for him, and I'm excited to make the video on this and share it with you guys so you guys can see him building this. I think it'll be great. So those are the 2 sets that I got. I didn't go too crazy. In fact, I still have $9.16 left, and I'm gonna talk about that. I sometimes me just set these over here for now. I sometimes get comments from people where they're like, why don't you not spend the money for a month and save it up for a month or 2 months or 3 months and get something really big? And I think I'm gonna slowly but surely do that. So I'm gonna save that $9, save it over for next month. That way if something comes up that's maybe more than the, see, what did we have left here? $94 basically. If there's something more than $94 that I wanna get, say it's a big set, say it's a $100 set, then I'll be able to jump on that with the extra money there. Or if someone joins us, which now's the time, if you guys wanna join our Patreon, there's gonna be a link popping up top here. There's gonna be a link down below. I don't usually pitch it too hard. I don't like to become an advertisement, but I am thinking about doing a thing at like the end screen where I have like a join us on Patreon screen that pops up instead of just the basic thing at the end. And maybe for this video, if I have the time, you'll see that pop up. And maybe that'll encourage people to join us without me having to come out in the video and be like, join our Patreon, please. I don't want to become a beggar and I don't want you guys to feel compelled to do it. But if I just pop something up at the very end of the video, which very few people actually get to, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of harm in that. I feel like I have this conversation with you guys like every single month. I'm trying to figure out a way to talk about Patreon without it becoming overburdened. But it really does help when we're buying sets like this and like this. The total cost of this was just under $85. And that really helps when you have people that are donating to it. And you make videos possible on our channel and also entertain thousands of other people at the same time, which is really cool. So on that is how I spent my money for January 2019. Bought these 2 sets, donated to the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let me know what you guys think about what I did here. I almost hit myself in the face with this box. I should probably end this while I'm still ahead. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, next video. Oh, and vote. Which of these 2 sets do you want to see us build first? Should it be this one or this one? Maybe I'll do a poll up at the top. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you.